crypto predictions for the week of January 18th to 23rd. Okay, going over Solana, XRP, Ethereum, and Bitcoin. We'll start with Solana. We're going to start on the week. If you remember what we said last week, we'd marked out our areas liquidity and mentioned that on the day, price could be moving bullish now because we did have our kind of like our change of structure. But on the week, I still think we're bearish, although we took out major liquidity, nice sweeps. We do have a lot of buy-side liquidity. And if you look right here, we marked out this area of interest and price came into it and just perfectly rejected it. It sweeped everything. Look at that, the sweep right there, and then it comes right down. Look on the day, it looks even better. Price comes up, takes up all this liquidity, all this seller's liquidity, and then immediately rejects. So that's not a great sign for buyers. All right. We're actually I'm not gonna change anything with the market structure the way it's set up right now. I'm gonna get rid of these points of liquidity because they did get swept. Other than that, I'm going to keep it the way it is. On the day, we have a big rejection, so the day is definitely looking bearish to me. The week is definitely looking bearish to me. The day is actually still looking bullish, though, because we still have our change of structure, and if we were to mark out our areas of interest, we'll switch this to a lighter color. We'll mark out the market structure, and then we'll do some liquidity. Okay, so although the week is looking very bearish, because we have this sweep and then complete rejection, just showing that price has gotten what it's want. If we look at the day, price is moving very bullish because we are going up, down, up. Now we've gone down into another area of interest right here, this little box. So, like, if we were trading market structure, we were trading like it was market structure, we'd be going up. So I'm going to mark out some liquidity and see what it's looking. I actually think we're going down. I think we're going up. This is what I want to see. This isn't a very good price prediction, but price is moving this is all consolidation right here. We're going up, down, up, down. We do get a little bit more of a down, but we're still going up, down, up, down. So I'm hoping that we're going to see this today. I hope we see a sweep, break a structure, retracement, and then we just start shooting up. I'm going to take a little bit of a risky trade if I see that. I'm going to gamble a little bit. We're going to risk a little too much, and we're going to be probably going to enter a little too early just because that's usually what I do. I enter too early. But if we look at the 50, I'm going to do this afterwards too. I'm going to draw out what I think I'm going to be looking for tonight, like for Sunday open. Although crypto's 24 hours, 24/7, still going to do it. I'll do it with gold and silver. So I'm going to be looking for longs, although I could see this as well on Solana, just because the week is so bearish. We could come down all the way into this zone, maybe even further, but I'm going to take a little ambitious trade and push for buys right away, open week. All right, let's look at XRP. So last week this is the same thing. So if we look at Solana's looking like XRP did last week. The week is just showing this great rejection right here. Bam. If we look at XRP last week, I said we had it was looking very bullish on the day. Look at that, bam. But if you look at the week, you see this huge rejection candle. Price came up and got everything it wanted, sweep out this liquidity, and then immediately rejects. And what did we do afterwards? We did nothing really. We just kind of sat around and consolidated. We took out all of our zones of liquidity. So if we look at the hour right here, we can actually play this back. Price opens up during the week, immediately takes out our buy side liquidity, shoots up for all this sell side liquidity, and then we come back down. But we're just in a bigger zone of consolidation now. So I'm gonna mark it out again, all the liquidity. Okay, if we look at the way it's fallen on the hour too, which is pretty choppy, like you see these candles, they're very wicky. It's not like a direct movement. Like, find a good example. Look at the way it falls right here. Look at these long candles, wham, wham, wham. Like those are very bearish candles. When we look at falling right here, there's tiny candles, lots of wicks, just showing that prices, it has direction in mind, but it's not really moving with like inconsistency or integrity. It's not there's no trust in this right now. So I'm going to be probably looking for this. ideally, well, I mean, personally, I'm not actually going to trade XRP, I just hold it, but look for probably a sweep down and then go up. Take profit, major take profit is going to be right here. Actually, there is a sweep right there, but it doesn't really do anything. Look, we sweep, but it's a very, very nice sweep. Look, takes out all this liquidity right here. Oof, beautiful fair value gap behind it. This is a beautiful trade. All right, price comes up, sweeps our sell side liquidity, immediately switches structure on the 15-minute, comes back, consolidates, comes up, sweeps the liquidity again, our recent consolidation, and what do? We start pushing down. So where would you enter? Right after you see the sweep, see this nice rejection candle right here, stops probably right above here, and then I would be targeting these lows. Probably these ones, because this is a pretty distinguished low. Sweep and immediate rejection. But I'm going to be hoping to see, and oh, look at that. Again, we have this, XRP is moving nice right now. We have this sweep and then just immediately goes up. Me personally, I want to see a sweep to the downside and then go up. That's what I'm looking for right away. So hopefully price comes back and we sweep and then we get to go up. Now I'm not going to be targeting that high because if you remember on the week, we had a very, very, like, market structure slowly shifting more and more bearish, right? The dominoes are starting to fall, right? We could be coming down to this zone right here. We have a beautiful zone right here. So this XRP to me is not one that I'm going to really be looking to trade because I could see price going like this. That's actually probably what I'm going to wait for. I'm going to wait for price to continue going down a little more. I'm going to be looking for XRP, come down, sweep some liquidity into this zone, and then I'm going to be looking for longs. The day's still bullish, the week is very bearish, so I'm not going to me, it's just like, don't hop into the buys right now. The week's saying, no. But yeah, all right, we're going to Ethereum. Wow, fucking, whew. Good job there, Mo. Yeah. Look at that, marked out this area. We had this, look at the week. The week is extremely bullish. We had this area marked out because what was price doing? Price was doing the most basic shit ever. We're going up, down, up. We went down. Where are we going next? Up. This was 101. Fucking look at the day. The price hasn't, like for like the last maybe month, price hasn't broken a significant high or low. Look, we're just in between these two areas right here. So I think we'll still go up a little bit because I mean, we hit our zone, we came up, but we're leaving a lot of buying liquidity underneath us. Like, look at the way it's going up. This is the same way XRP was falling. It's just doing this, like, choppiness. Then we get this, like, decisiveness where it moves up a lot, but it's still very choppy. Like, there's liquidity underneath here. We got liquidity underneath here. So, like, these are all targets for price to come back to. And if you look at the next zones for liquidity, other than these two right here, they're not till up here because we have these big, big bearish moves. Let's look at the hour. I mean, easiest trade right off the bat for Ethereum is, like, this is, if you want to trade Ethereum this week, this is what I would look for. If you really want to trade Ethereum this week, this is what I would look for. Price is consolidating. We have a big buy zone and a big sell zone. If you want to look for buys, literally just wait for price to sweep all of this buy side liquidity. Wait for a smaller time frame change structure, probably on the 5-minute or maybe the 15-minute if you want to really be patient, and then just ride that bitch up here. Don't like go higher because like we have a big sell zone right here, so price could reject off that. Put your take profit like right here. That's a nice little buy. If you want to look for sells, exact opposite. Wait for price to sweep this liquidity right here. If you're really ambitious, see how it rejects to this zone right here, and then trade down right here towards all this buy side liquidity. Or if you want to be a little more patient, wait for it to come up here. Now it could sweep these equal highs and all this stuff right here, but we do have a zone that is well respected right here. So price is probably either going to reject off here or here, and then we're going to come down and take out this liquidity. Again, don't trade it into the zone because I just think that this is like price just come in here once. It's got a lot of its stuff. There's not a lot left down here. This is probably where my target would be, around that 3,000, 3,285 level would probably be my target. Oh my god, fucking knocked it out of the park last week. Look at that. We had these two zones right here, areas of interest where price is rejecting off and rejecting off. What did price do? Immediately, we opened to the week, basic stuff. Look, higher time frame. This is how you kill it in day trading. Higher time frame, week in the day, do basic market structure. Just the high, the low. Map out the two, see where price is moving in between it. Then drop down to like the 15-minute and the 5-minute for your entries. Wait for liquidity sweep, break a structure, and then retracement, and then move with it. Like, this is simple shit. Like, look right here on the week. Price was moving up, we go down, we go up. Like, that's basic market structure. If we drop down to the hour here, where is our look at that. We draw a little box right here. Price immediately starts to reject off of it. Now, where's your entry? Look, we can already see right here this liquidity sweep. If we go down to the 15-minute, we didn't see a, look at that. So we see our sweep right here, but we didn't see a break of structure. So I wouldn't have entered off that, and then look what happens. Price keeps consolidating. But if price had broken above here, if the price had done this with a little more conviction, this would have been my long right here. Probably for this stuff right here, just because that's a nice little wick right there. You gotta respect a wick. Alrighty, let's mark out the day. Price is doing the same thing it did last week. It's moving in between these two zones, but we are moving the day actually in the week. Week's still bearish. Yeah, I'd be very hesitant going into buys because look at this. Same way it's moving on the day, where it's going like this on the day, like we're going up. It's doing the exact opposite on the week. We are going down. So be very hesitant. I would almost be looking for sells. But again, we're still moving bullish on the day. Kinda. This could just be a liquidity sweep because we really have, there's no more liquidity up. So I'm actually going to be looking for sells. You know what the crazy thing is? Bitcoin is a great indication that the market is going down. I honestly am very scared now looking at this because this could be a beautiful, price is looking setting us up for a beautiful sell right now. I'm not gonna lie. This is almost a nice trade too, which is nice because you get that validation of like, damn, I'm really him, because you catch a trade. You're like, wow, I should fucking post this on my story and let everyone know how good I am at trading. But yet you're holding crypto, so it's like, I just shorted the market for $100, but my wallet went down 2,000. It's like, what's going on here? But I think the best trade to look for would be up, then fall down, because a higher time frame is very bullish. I mean, very bearish. And we have a lot of liquidity left. If we look on the day, a lot of liquidity left right here. A lot of targets. The only thing we have to get by is this big zone right here, which price has respected. If you look right here, price came into it for us. Price came into that for a second right here, and then it rejected. Now, it didn't really do much. Like, that's still liquidity because, like, we didn't sweep anything above it. Let's actually look on the hour. Yeah, look, it didn't do anything, so there's still a lot of sell-side liquidity. But look for that sell-side liquidity. Take profit one right here at 94. Put a little, like, 10% of your position. Just let that thing ride. Try and get all the way down here. That'd be a tough little trade. All right, last thing I'm going to do. I'm going to set up my... I'm actually not going to do that. All right, that's it.